banks don't care. We've been in this home for 20 years or so. We lost the house based on my stepfather losing his job. He lost his job a few years ago, so it's been an uphill battle from then. We lost the house shortly after that. The house was sold, and we're in the process of filing Chapter 7 in the hopes of buying us a few months as opposed to a few weeks to leave the home. I'm unemployed for about 8 months now. I was administrative assistant for a major software company here in Hollywood, Florida. After 14 years, I was fired. This is my niece, and that's my youngest son. Yeah, I have 2 sons. You put yourself in a panic state because you don't know how, because I was paycheck to paycheck to begin with. I hadn't gotten a raise in 3 years. You know, a lot of these banks think that we put ourselves in this predicament because we just don't want to pay. That's not the case. You know, you have the small amount of money that unemployment gives you. That's only enough to pay for the lights and to keep food in your refrigerator. It's not going to pay the mortgage, but we've asked for help. You know, and they won't bend. They want the $3,800 every month. They make it so hard just for you to be, you know. We were just in court Friday, we were in court Thursday, we were in court Wednesday of last week. Our case was passed by the judge to be heard at a later date, which is next month on the 17th. The bank is aware of this process that we're going through, but still arranged to have us removed from the premises. Served to us yesterday around 5 o'clock and giving us 24 hours to leave our home. My mom is 84 years old. Well, we keep my mom out of the loop for a lot of things because you know, she had a pacemaker put in about a year ago. So to avoid her going into a panic attack or, God forbid, having a heart attack on us, we didn't tell her about the 24-hour notice that was given to us yesterday in the hopes that we could go downtown early today and stop it from happening. Banks don't care. They looking at dollar signs. It's not worth putting a family out in the street just to sell the house. This house was worth over $500,000 literally 3 years ago, and now it's worth less than 2, I believe. So why not reduce it to a point where we can pay what the value of the house is worth now, as opposed to letting us lose it? Because you're not going to sell it for $500,000 now anyway. We don't have anywhere else to go.
So for the past month and a half, we officially launched the foreclosure campaign. And what we're doing is we're, one, committed to keeping people in their homes by any means necessary. So that means today, within an hour and a half, we called 20 people that were able to mobilize to get up here. None of them had any connection to the family. I mean, we see how the foreclosures affect people within our communities. And especially how like a lot of Black and Latino families have been targeted with like the predatory lending. What we're experiencing right now in the Black and Latino communities are the biggest loss in wealth that this country has ever seen. And so that's what we're fighting for, is to make sure that, one, we can have everyone should have the right to have a stable place to be, but then beyond that, to really make the entities that cause this pay. And so we want to be able to really uplift a lot of these stories like what's going on with this family, because again, they fell victims to a system that preyed on them, and that's not right. And that's something that it needs to be serious financial reform within this country. Theoretically.